Every time we go out, I think it's going to be different. God knows how, but I sort of forget how bad previous trips have been, and I go out all optimistic. I suppose it's survival. I wouldn't go out at all if I remembered. It wasn't an ambitious trip. Tesco, some flowers for Mum, milk, something nice for our tea. I wanted to get it right, be a good daughter and a loving wife. Well, other mums can do a whole trolley load with their offspring, can't they? But then I'm not like other mums. I must remember that. He gets out the car okay, and I manage to drag him across the car park holding onto his wrist. He won't hold my hand properly, and he has no focus at all on where he's going or any notion that he should be with me. But we do it. We get in the store. And I'm trying to steer him towards the flowers. Come on, Kenny, let's get some nice flowers for Nana, shall we? No chance. He sees the toy aisle and he's gone. And I have to follow him because I'll lose him otherwise. And I can't say no or raise my voice or anything, because if I do, he'll either bolt, screaming abuse at me, kicking and biting if I try and grab him, or he'll just shove everything off a nearby shelf and then crawl into the empty space, refusing to move. And then the wailing will start. And I challenge anyone to remain sane after even 2 minutes of that. So there I am, waiting by the toys, back in crap mum territory, trying to coax him away to make it look like I know what I'm doing. It's bloody obvious I don't. And the other mums are giving me that look, you know, can't you control your own child? No, I can't. Do you want to have a go? 20 minutes we wait, and then the toothing starts. He's obsessed with everything being in twos. We've chosen one thing with the agreement that we'll get this, and then go, but off he goes. Is it two things? No, it's one thing. Is it two things? No, it's one thing. Is it two things? No, it's two things. Is it two things? Two things. All right, I say two things, then we go. I have shopping to do. But he can't find anything he wants, and I can see the turmoil in his eyes. He's locked into the two things thing. Must get two things. Can't find second thing. Does not compute. Mental block. Fuse blown. End of the world. I know what's coming next. He's going to go big time. Panic. Now he needs reassurance and comfort. He needs to be back in a secure environment ASAP. But I'm tired and frustrated. And I want to be a good mum, in control. I do not want my entire existence dictated to me by this strange child of mine. Perhaps it's my fault. Maybe I'm spoiling him. Perhaps, if I assert my authority, he'll become a normal little boy. And anyway, I want to get the flowers, the tea, the milk, make the day worthwhile. So I try to be like other mums, and I snap and pull him away, coming out with all those ridiculous lines parents say, that's quite enough for one day, young man, and you know better than to behave like that, all that rubbish. I've lost it. I have forgotten I am not like other mums. And then he loses it. Bloody marvellous. Both of us loop the loop. We get as far as the baked beans, and I think to myself, I'll get them. That can be the specialty. It's better than nothing. I'll get some for Mum too. We'll do without the milk. But Kenneth doesn't want baked beans. And he can't see why on earth I should buy him when he hasn't got his stuff, so he just starts knocking all the tins off the shelf, and then falls to the floor, wailing, groaning, rocking, the whole lot. Complete meltdown. And I am crying now. I was hating myself for doing this to him, hating myself for believing we could succeed in this simple task. Of course, everyone's staring at us. I'm used to that by now. I take my coat off, wrap him up in it, fall to the floor, rock with him. Game over. I have to buy 2 DVDs to get out of the shop. 20 quid wasted. And I look around at the other mums with their well-balanced meals and well-balanced children, and I hate them! Kenneth's not eating anything but barbecue hula hoops for days. Failed mother on all counts. I carry him back to the car. I put my coat over his head so he can cope with the journey. When we get home, he takes his shoes off and throws them at my head, and then just crawls under the kitchen table. Oh, he's all right now. Wrapped in a blanket, watching telly.
He's so much bigger and stronger. He's whacked me a few times. I can tell you. Bloody hurts. But she'll blame me for everything, of course, just like she always does. And it's only because I left her to go and live with Susan. I couldn't stand being with her anymore. She did my head in, always nagging, moaning and complaining at every opportunity. We hadn't had sex in over 3 years, and that's not right, is it? Really normal, like any other bloke. I miss Kenneth. Of course I do, even though she'd say that I don't. But I worry what's going to happen to him. Who's going to look after him when she can't manage him anymore? She's pretty much at the end of her tether now, and her mum, well, she's getting too old to help out. I'm really worried that he's going to end up in a home soon. Oh, I arranged for him to have respite care during the school holidays, but she wouldn't let that happen. She thinks that she's the only one who can look after him. She really likes to play the martyr. It's no wonder I have to have counselling with all of that going on. I'm absolutely worn out with it. Exhausted. If you want to know the truth, as dreadful as it sounds, I sometimes wish that Kenneth had never been born at all. It would have been the best thing for all of us, including Kenneth. Here we go. What now? Oh shit, Susan, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll explain about that. Yeah, sorry, I'm coming back in right now. I just came out for a bit of fresh air. Yeah, it was just getting a bit too hot in that hall for me.
Pictures bringing me out the dark. Finally, there's a fire starting in my heart. Reaching a fever, pictures bringing me out the dark.